so I don't want to be sat here for 5 to 7 hours because of how long Danganronpa can run, especially when we finish a class trial and it's like half an hour of, but why did this have to happen? So we're probably gonna go to like the break in the trial, and then that'll be it for today. And then on Saturday we'll pick up the finale before we move into chapter 6 next week. So my goal is next week we finish Danganronpa 2. Or Super Danganronpa, if you want to use its Japanese name. So I want to finish the game next week, because the week after that I'm on call for work, so I won't be streaming anyway. And then the week after that is Christmas week, so things are going to be scattered. So if I can finish Danganronpa by next week, I'm gonna be super happy about that, but we'll kind of work that out as we go. I don't know how likely it is, to be honest. So depends on chapter 6's structure overall. If there's not going to be, the super important thing after Christmas. Actually, what you mean New Year? I mean, it's hard to forget about New Year. I mean, it's right there. So, yeah, I mean, New Year's is quite important. It's going to be the year of the dragon. So I got to do something special for that, I suppose. It's no longer going to be the year of the Meg. It'll be the year of the Yami. But anyway. So yeah, I think we're just going to go to like the break in the trial and system update. Oh, fuck. Okay, fine. You're going to make my Switch even more stable? Oh, it really just reset everything, didn't it? Oh, I can get rid of that now. I only got it for like Nintendo points. Because it was the trial game. Delete. There we go. Okay. Let's rock. Ba-da-ba, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But yeah, depending on the structure of chapter 6, we'd be able to finish it if I was just playing it every night, I think. But that's just not happening. We're losing a day this week because of the Game Awards. For sure. But if I'm at least doing a stream for this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday again, and maybe we will. Maybe we can get through it. I just don't know how likely I feel that it is. Anyway. We're gonna try and get there, or as close to the finish as possible. But yes, ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch old witch. The wicked witch. Maybe the game won't make me want to just switch it off with indifferent. Now that he's gone. Wait, Monokuma Rock is this way, innit? But how's everyone else's night going? I feel like I've rambled on about myself for the last 20 minutes, and that feels rather selfish, so... tell me about what's going on in your guys' lives. I'm a one-woman show here. I gotta do something, right?
Damn right.
Hey, oh, losing my voice again. Oops, excuse me. So. Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it, you're making me depressed.
Stupid fool!
You're making me depressed. What stage of the game we are? Oh, Nagito's dead. That's what stage of the game we're at. And we've done the investigation, and now we're heading into the class trial. And I'm terrified we're going to lose Chiaki. I'm terrified. Or Sonia. Chiaki or Sonia. So, it is going to happen again. A cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial. But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily. Well, why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know? That's why
right?
I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial. I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops. Oh, Monami is pissed. When did I miss a stream? Probably yesterday. Wow, what the fuck? Why are you here? The game audio's delayed? Fun, I love when Elgato does that. Okay. That should sort it. Wow, what the fuck? Why are you here? Wow. Oh. You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island? Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know.
Huh?
Yeah, what are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way. Megalodontia is... Oh yeah, I had to miss Big Run. How? It's certainly a boss that exists, so is it not rage-inducing? Like, is it a pushover? That's upsetting. There's no way. Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Ah, stop trying to jinx us.
I'll beat you up!
Damn right. Stupid rabbits should just shut up. Rude. And Meg took that personally. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I finally realized, after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. Talking cleavage should shut up. Yeah, she probably... Yeah, I think Meg has a point there. Anyway. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
Wow, what's her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looked so determined.
You...
Cheh. What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial.
Huh.
Aw, fine.
But still...
Somehow, I understand what Monami is saying. I think. Huh? Anyway, let's get going. To the last class trial.
Yep.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Rawr. Sorry, that was weak. Rawr. I'm not screaming. I'm not. I don't have the voice for it. Or the motivation. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself, over and over within my mind. I entered the jailhouse rock. I'm in Monokuma Rock. Jesus.
Yeah.
It looks so pathetic, like, what, there's only 6 of them left, like...
Well?
Let's not worry about things after we're finished.
You are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry's not good enough. Honestly. The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. The game leaves a subtle breadcrumb trail, and there are just whole loaves of bread laying on the ground with glowing neon arrows. Yeah. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trial. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. Ah yes, the Funhouse that I can't go back to and claim the Monokuma doll that I missed. Fuck you, video game. But even if he's gone, the ones who've survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then, the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair? Oh, neither. It's the factory.
Well now.
Ooh, actually very creepy. Well then. Now that that chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Enough! Just fucking start this already!
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yup, it sure is. So, you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right.
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end.
Now then.
Let's get this trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. Oh. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. Eesh. Face only a mother could love. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it. But I would like to shake their hand and thank them. Wait. There's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Ooh! Alright guys, thanks for coming out to the stream. It's been lovely to see you. Hope you all have a good... No. I am, though. I'm gonna get a beverage to quench my thirst, though, before we start. So, the Trickster Nagito was... yeah, Trickster, like he's fucking Loki or something. Hold on. So, didn't his parents die? I mean, he said so, but, I mean, who even knows? I mean, it's Nagito, right? Who even knows? No, the PS5 controller is not the controller I need for this. Okay. Not be combined with excellent blade. Do we not have those? I thought we unlocked them for completing the Hope Fragment. Okay.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
It's go time.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person...
Oh. The X across Gundam is a fancy one. That's kind of fun.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Huh.
Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
Yeah, it's weird that she's not tied up anymore.
Chesto!
Oh.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
Oh, we're just
This
doing
will
all
be
of them,
my
huh?
Final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
We just murked him because he was an annoying asshole. Don't read too deeply into it, bro.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Oh.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... Oh boy, it started. Here we go.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut
Let's
him
see what
up.
they have to say.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place!
If so, the suspect...
Is whoever found the bomb first!
That
That
means
was
it was
Fuyuhiko.
That means it was Fuyuhiko, yeah.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
You are a Yakuza. Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No. Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
But the
The
duct
reason
tape...
Nagito's body was
So
covered
yeah,
with
you don't want him
wounds.
screaming out while he's being tortured, right?
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Fuck!
So that's why he was so beat up.
One of these has to go
What were
into
they trying to
tortured
find out by
Nagito.
torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place!
If so, is whoever found the bomb first?
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. Way I'd torture someone.
Okay.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer...
No, that's wrong.
Yeah. Like...
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Yeah, yeah, why would you stab a guy to death to get information out of him if you're not going to, you know, let him speak to be able to tell you what he's looking for, or, you know, tell you the information you're looking for out of him, if this was about the bombs.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Oh, God. No.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Is it?
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid? So we still want to talk about the duct tape, right?
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Kazuichi seems unusually confident. I should ask him why that is.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about... Then, after they killed him...
Allow me to cut through
Yeah,
those
after
words.
they killed him? What the fuck was that? What good is that?
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
You leave my wife alone. Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds.
I guarantee if Sonia said any of our argument, he'd be like, yes, ma'am, yes. You're totally right.
Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
Allow me to simp harder.
and the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
Celestia, welcome in. If everyone from The Simpsons were in a Danganronpa environment, Homer would be the first one to kill because of how mentally unstable he is. Well, you know, put Homer in the funhouse and yeah, because no TV, no beer make Homer something something. Don't mind if I do! Ah! Great episode.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
Hmm? The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door,
No, they weren't,
the
though.
flames started burning from the very back.
They weren't. Sonia wasn't there. That's what I'm saying, either Chiaki or Sonia.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now,
In the most recent Treehouse of Horror, Homer considered selling the Bart NFT to Mr. Burns, essentially undermining Marge's attempts to get him back to the real world, just because Burns offered him $100 million. I have not seen the newest Treehouse of Horror. That has gone over my head. To be fair, I do not remember the last time I genuinely made an effort to sit down and watch The Simpsons. So...
we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Are you saying you wouldn't torture Nagito if given the opportunity? I mean, I would.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
I hate him so much.
Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Kazuichi, shut the fuck up!
Damn right it is!
Damn right it is! Sure. Let's go with that. Why not? Why not? The reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first. Torture wounds, burned rope, survival knife. Monokuma plushie, Monokuma panels. Lighter. Well, the panels would have been easy to catch fire. And we know there was an oil lighter there. there was like one of those old Zippo clicky lighters was found at the crime scene. So was something used to set those on fire, which is what caused the curtain to go on fire, maybe?
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Yeah.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They
Pretty
probably
good.
just threw the lighter.
No.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
Yeah.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way,
Like when Akane kicked
they
down the
could have
door?
ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Oh, that's why they were in a straight line.
Maybe
They were
used
dominoes.
invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
So when Akane kicks
Or
down the
perhaps
door, she
opening
kicks...
the door caused.
I agree with that.
Consent. Very important.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
So Akane kicks down the door, knocks down the domino bridge of Monokuma panels, which knocks over the lighter, which sets the curtain on fire. That's pretty good. That is pretty good.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
Sonia, can you not be a weeb for like 5 minutes?
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over
Can
Monokuma panels were
I-
found
oh.
at the crime scene, right?
Fuck you.
It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Yo! Even use the domino allegory. Yo, let's go.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second.
I don't know why, but this fills me with so much glee. This this stupid little thing just fills me with so much glee. I mean, I could do without the jagged ends of his coat, making it look like he has a spiky penis, but otherwise, you know.
And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Killer did one other thing to hide the domino effect. Ew. Oh yeah, there was like music blaring, wasn't there? So if you go into a dark room, you're going to be looking around for the music playing rather than any shapes that might be falling down in front of you. Let's try that.
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Yeah. I still don't fully believe this though, because the light coming in, even if there were like 5 people in front of that door, the light coming in from the outside should still give the panels a silhouette of some sort. So I don't fully believe that this is feasible, but I give them points for trying. The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Oh, okay, they're trying to explain away my theory. Okay. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. And as if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels
Can't
falling.
believe their game's playing you. Well.